There are lots of stories about travelling between this world and the other world, the land of the Fae, the land of perpetual youth. And of course, most of those stories originate in Ireland. Most of those stories are Irish. And here is one, which is about Etain and how she returned to the other world. Etain lived as the wife of a king named Yochi, and they had a hill fort. Etain had a happy, comfortable and contented life, for she had everything that she could possibly ask for, including the love of her husband. But her peace and contentment was broken one day when a stranger arrived at the hill fort of Tara. A man with long hair, beautifully dressed in brightly coloured, wonderfully made clothes, carrying a sword, and of course it looked as though the hilt was made of gold. And there was something about the way that he looked at Etain that reminded her of the dreams that she had, of another place, another land, a place. It seemed to her as if when she slept, her soul left her body and travelled to somewhere that she had left some time ago. The stranger told her a story. The story he told her was this, that once Etain had lived in another place, and she had been married to a man named Midir who loved her very much. But a jealous woman had turned her into a butterfly, and the butterfly had flown away until it had come to Tara. And the butterfly had flown into the great hall during a feast, and in her exhaustion she had fallen into the drinking chalice of a woman who drank down the butterfly, and 9 moons later gave birth to a baby girl, and that baby girl was Etain. Etain said to Midir, for of course it was he, of course the stranger was her first husband, I am happy here. Yochi is a good man, he loves me very much. But there was something about the way Midir looked at her with love in his eyes that she knew it was her destiny that one day she would return to the other world. When Midir next came, it was not to speak to Etain, it was to speak to her husband, Yochi, the king. And Midir challenged him to a game of chess and said, if you win, I will bring you many fine horses. So Yochi and Midir played chess, and Yochi won and accepted the stake of the fine horses. And sometime later they played again, and Yochi, the king of Tara, won once more, and he accepted the stake of a whole herd of cattle. For the third game of chess, Yochi said, I will raise the stake, for by now he realised that Midir was not of this world. Your people will clear all the stones from my valley. They will make the fens into good land. Fine trees will grow on the bare hillsides. Medea said, I accept your challenge. But none of your people must watch while my people work. For they will work at night. So, of course, Yochi won the third game of chess. And he placed spies on the ramparts of his hill fort. And they watched all night as the Fae folk laboured and cleared the stones from the land, made the swamp into fine land, fit to grow crops. And mature trees appeared on the bare hillsides. And when Medea came once more, he knew that Yoshi had broken his word, and he knew that he had watched overnight as the Fae folk had worked. And Medea said, so much for the word of a king. The fourth game of chess will be for an open stake. Whoever wins will claim whatever he most desires. So they played their fourth game of chess. Medea won. And Yochi regretted accepting the challenge when he learned what it was that Medea most desired. A kiss from your wife. Return at the next full moon, and you may claim your prize, you may claim the stake. So Yochi gathered as many warriors and as many chiefs as he could. And he waited the night of the full moon with Etain in their hall, with warriors and chiefs closely guarding them. But Medea simply appeared in the middle of the hall, and Etain, almost against her will, rose and went straight into the arms of her first husband and accepted his tender kiss as he wrapped his arms around her. And that night, as people looked to the east, where the first glimmers of the rising sun were appearing in the sky, they saw two swans flying into the rising sun towards the other world, the land of the Fae, where perhaps Etain and Medea live still. If you liked that story, please subscribe to my channel. Lots more stories out there. And try learning a few stories yourself and try telling them, because stories like to be told. And the next time you see a swan, ask yourself if perhaps it is one of the Fae folk travelling home.